Are we ready? Well, I know I am. So, whether or not you are, it's time for another episode of the Indie Tales Game Dev live stream. Hey, my name is Adam. You are the Pixel Pals. I've already said the name of the show, so without further ado, it's time to go. Welcome everyone to the Friday edition of the stream. I barely got any sleep last night, but I'm here to have a good one, but a short one. Might be a shorter stream today. I'm ready to just get some work done on Scene Map, actually. I don't have that much like that I'm trying to that I have to show because I haven't really worked on it since last night. Just making my way as you do. Welcome everybody who's here already in the chat. Pixels Murphy is here, Virtue vs. Vice is here, Paulie Beanbags, and Pebs. Hey Pebs. Rabi Rucci is here. Anybody who's on YouTube, welcome. Watching on the VOD or live right now. Also a big thanks to Bravan for the most recent follow and Bankshot Zombies for the most recent subscription. Welcome. Thank you so much, Bankshot Zombies. Okay. So, what are we going to do? First thing I'll say off the bat, and this is for everybody who happens to be watching on the VOD, because there's not that many people hanging out with us right now. But I will be participating, or not as a developer certainly, but supporting the, I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm going to say it in an Australian English pronunciation, Juntos Game Jam for Venezuela earthquake relief. That's happening this weekend. Check it out. So it might be Juntos? I don't actually know how to pronounce this word. But there's a game jam. They're hosting it on itch.io. And it's kind of like a charity thing. So definitely go and donate. There's a little bit of a prize for winners, but I will be participating as a mentor. So people will be able to kind of book in some time with me over the weekend. And I'll be able to give them a bit of advice on their design ideas or their artwork or something like that. So over the weekend here and there, I probably won't be streaming, but I'll be around around the jam and their Discord. So definitely check it out if you haven't already. And yeah, get in there. Juntos? Yeah, that would be right. Well, Jay, it's pretty much always huh, right? Okay. I just don't know what that means, juntos. Oh, together. I see. Okay. So, last night, what we did right before the stream ended was we created this little feature. So currently you can join nodes by joining two ports together, right? Two doors that exist in your game. And you can also create this, which is like an event link. Okay. So the event link is kind of like it's kind of like a function that gets called when you're in one scene that takes you to the other. And the problem that we have right now with this is that it's not actually currently visually doing that. So we don't have any kind of like, I guess like UI affordance to explain the fact that it's a directional link. It's a directed graph. So we'll need to set that up. And why don't we have a think about how that looks right now? I'm excited to do that. I didn't actually show the final product here, so why don't we just do it? I'm going to take... Oh, I just like inhaled dust or something. I like... that caught me so dry in the back of my throat. One sec. Ah. Dude, that was sharp. I don't know what just happened. Okay. So the idea here is that like after we've let go of this thing, what does it look like to have these two connected? Right now, it's going to probably look something like this. But these are white. That's what we have. Okay. Juntos. Exactly. Something like that. All right. So. Whatever I speak. God, Kingdom Hearts 1 has such a special place in my heart. I could talk for hours about how much I love the first game. So what we need to do is neck pain. Stack my monitors vertically. No, because the way that my desk is set up is I need for there to be a camera. Sorry. Just fixing my face. The camera is right in front of me. And then either side is a monitor. So there's a monitor here, all right off the camera. And then there's a monitor here, and that's the one that I use to work on. So, I mean, I could have this one stacked on top of that one. They are floating monitors, so I actually could just like literally, like I could like just lift this one up, but I don't know how far it could go. I don't think it's going to go high enough to like, to work that way. It's more like maybe if I wanted to have it be a standing monitor, I could do that. Okay. There we go. Yeah. So we need to describe the direction of this link. I don't think we would want it to be... Oh, it's okay. My neck's okay. It's all right. I'm not in too much trouble. It doesn't hurt me at all. Maybe I was feeling something recently, but anyway. So I think we need to have some sort of like, maybe it's like this. That could create some directionality, right? It's like this, from this scene to that scene. And maybe even we take this and we turn this into like an arrow like that. What do you think? Is that clear enough? The alternative would be something like particularly where we have enough space. Could it be something like that? Not quite right. Maybe it's more like... Hang on, I gotta do a few variants here. I'm trying to make it not too, you know... How you going? So this could be like this, and this could be like this, and then this could have this in like inside of it, and then maybe not inside, but like well, Like that, maybe. And maybe we even do like another one on this side, and we don't do that, and we don't do this. Nah, no. We could do something like this, and then hang on a second. I got an idea. It could be like a kind of you do this, you take this guy, you put him out that far, and then you take this guy, you put him out like that. And then you take these guys and you round them. You do this, you take this and you get rid of that. Bring this down here, back there. You need to do that with that, and then you could do something like, you know, maybe you use your fun yellow color here or something like that. Or what color is that? That's like kind of orangey. Could do something like that. Could even just put that. Oh. So this could go like here. And then you would have to have the arrow. I like the idea of it being a diamond on the other side, but we would need to sort of have some sort of visual explanation of which direction it was going. So it kind of makes sense for it not to have edges at all. And then we do something like, maybe it's like that. Maybe? What do you think, chat? I mean, this is certainly not working. I don't like that at all. You could keep them separate. I think it works better if the label is free. And I think you need to have the heads be the arrows. I think we pretty much nailed it here. I don't think there's much else we could do with it that would make it better, only really worse, because it's kind of describing everything that it could in the space that we've got. Like, I can see that this goes out. I can see this comes in. I can see what the name of the event is, and I've got a hit area that I can click on. Not much else, huh? Hello? You here, chat? I can't see. No one's saying nothing. I feel bad. I don't feel bad, but I miss you. We could also do another version. Yo. Any opinions? You don't have to have opinions. The other thing we could do is take this and go doot 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 doot, and then go doot 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 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then have this be the directional kind of ribbon. I slept so poorly. I went to bed at like 3 a.m. I just could not fall asleep. It was terrible. Woke up at like 7. It sucked. How's your jam going? Morning. So, yeah, we could do like this. Middle and bottom label designs. The top one looks like an arrow, which might not fit the context. Well, it does. The point is that it's supposed to, in this concept, in this concept and this concept are the same. And it is an arrow. It is an arrow in this concept because it's trying to show which direction the event is heading. Middle one? Yeah, I think I'm with you on the middle one. It's pretty, it feels kind of obvious that the middle one is the one. I wonder if we can, if we do like, if we take out the, does that make it clearer if we don't connect the lines? Hey, the Quinashine. It depends on whether or not you think the return on your investment is going to be better after the 12 months relative to the 6 months. And whether or not you want to reinvest into it. If you think that the 6 months game at 75% baked is going to get you kind of attention and an audience, and you think that that audience will help you put the rest of the investment in there, then maybe. But if the 6 months game's not going to draw much attention, then why not spend 6 more months on it? Unless you think it's not worth spending that time. Your job is to jump off the wagon the second you think that it's going to be worth it to do that. Don't keep working on something hoping that it might be worth doing later. Like if you're not feeling like you enjoy it particularly, like why are you trying to ship it earlier if you're not enjoying, if it's, you know what I mean? Like it probably wants to be the 12-month game. So what is it that's trying to make you ship it at 75%? I think this does go through, but maybe these guys get stroke. Well, that's now the same thing as it was. Yeah, kind of annoying. The premise is kind of stupid, but I think it could work if I put in the right effort. Well, I wish you luck on it. Hope it works out. Should anime and or games have episodes, chapters completed bit by bit or all at once? Definitely do a summary and then do one bit and see how it goes. Hey, Dopey Ninja Frog, welcome. I like that. If I'm not doing the YouTube streaming around the game dev, then 6 months is a lot less valuable than if I were. Why is that relevant? I wouldn't say content creation should be a reason to spend more or less time on a game. At least not, it doesn't feel like that would be the case. Is there any other way to do this? Oh, well, I don't make enough money for streaming and content creation to carry my game. So if I'm not, unless you are really successful, you probably won't either. So definitely what you should do is pick a game that can only take you 6 months to finish and then spend 6 months on that. I think that's what we're all saying. Or just finish it as a hobby. Like, don't bet the house on a 6-month project. Dude, my hair, this thing here is so frustrating. What is this? Look at it. It's like, it comes out here, goes out there, goes over here. It's like one extra, it's like I used to have a thing that I could put down the center and it would go evenly either side. And now it doesn't do it anymore. And it's when I got it cut, it was cut short and now the weight isn't there to hold it. So I feel like I'm constantly trying to like make it do something it doesn't want to do, but it also doesn't know what it wants to do. And it bothers me looking at it because I don't, it's so weird. It's such a weird shape. Okay. It's not like a cool fringe. It's just like extra. It's just like this, it kind of like hugs around. Anyway. Sorry. I get distracted seeing myself. And it's been like that for like 3 weeks. For 3 weeks I've had this like extra thing. All right. That's fine. We'll deal with that. I just won't look at it. I'll look at you, chat. I won't look at me. No. Anyway. Let's not make the episode about my hair. So, I mean, do we have sign off on this design? We're already there. We like it. 35, 36 by 36. Is that what this just did? Oh, not a square. They don't like being squares. Let's call it 34, 38. What is... Oh, that's nothing. Okay. You like having the middle disconnected from the ends. You mean like this? You're a fan of that? Yeah, Pirate Software. I have no idea why his game is not able to be finished. Hey, Jolly Wally. Yeah, that game probably should be finished. He's just not working on it. Yeah, but why not? Like, I don't think that there was anything about that game that was stopping Pirate Software from working on it. Like, if he wanted to, he could have. You know, being a content creator, it doesn't stop you from... I do it. I think this will have to be, I think it'll have to be out this far. I think it has to be connected. That's just my sense. And I think it's going to have to look kind of like this. I wish I could do the diamonds. I don't think I could do the diamonds. Such a shame. Unless I do, there's one other option I think I can come up with here. We keep this, and then we do this. Something like, that's a bit much. It's like a bow and arrow. Hang on. Let me fix that. One sec. It could even be, oh, you know what it could be? Ooh, hang on. Hang on. I have an idea. I just got an idea. Maybe it does have to be more like that. So like the shell tells you the direction. Or something. A little complicated, isn't it? You know what I would do? I guess I would just not. Hang on. I know what I need to do here. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. And then let's do this one more time. Not quite. Yeah, I mean, my sense with Pirate, and I don't know him that well, but just from the outside, I kind of get the sense that what he liked about working on the game is no longer there for him. So he doesn't have a lot of incentive to keep working on it. Not because he can't work on it or because he doesn't have the resources, because he absolutely has the resources to finish it. Of anybody who's a streamer and a game developer, Pirate has the resources to finish his game. I think it's more just that it's not interesting to him at this point. In the like commitment kind of way. Yeah, I don't think it would affect his brand in a negative way, in a significantly negative way. I think it's more just that there's no advantage to canceling it. I don't think he wants to cancel it either. I don't think that's his. I don't think that he's like, I wish I could cancel it if only my brand wasn't this game. I don't think that's how people. That's not even what people. I would say most people don't know him as the guy making that game. It's not even that his brand is Heartbound, right? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that there's anything stopping him from finishing it if he wanted to. That looks pretty good too. I might do that as another version too. So this. But then you shrink these to be about the same size as these. You push them over. Just to indicate the direction. Okay. Okay, so these are my concepts. Yeah, so I think I agree with you, Elzak. If this was a vertical direction, this fails. So actually, A is just out, straight up. Thank you. Thank you for playing. No A. Okay, now we're looking at B, C, D, E. I think E is out just because it's, well, I mean, if I did it right, hang on, let's just see if we can give it the best chance that it can have. So what this is, I should explain. What it is connections between a scene where you call an event and then that makes you go to another scene. So that you go from scene 1 to scene 2. And these are the things that represent that connection. So there's a direction to them. And then there's a function name that tells you what you would have to call to go from A to B. Am I still helping Primogen on his tower defense game? I don't have a current announcement on that, but I look forward to giving more information soon. I would love to. B and D or B and C? It looks like E is nobody's favorite. So let's knock E out. Bash just came here as a coincidence, man. Bash just saying hi. C seems not committed. I honestly prefer C, but I think B is good too. I would go B or C. I'm gonna knock D out. So now we're looking at just B and C. Any of them will work fine. I agree. I'm gonna add another one into the mix that's based on C. Just for fun. Any love for C2? You think B is better? Okay, sweet. Yep, I'm with you. Oh, you like C as well. Okay. I think B. Maybe we could split the difference between B and C. Call it BC. So it would be like this just goes like a little bit bigger and a little bit closer. But the problem is like visually it's not quite. Like this, it kind of works because this line diagonally gets completed like that. They're like the internals of a diamond, or they're right up close. There's kind of one other version. What I'm trying to do is you look at this, I cut off the left side and that's what you get. Ooh, do you know what it could do? I have an idea. Just want to try something. So you got, in fact, let me share this with you. Literally this, but it's, nah, that's going to get too complicated. But let's go back to that little idea. So it's white diamond. Inside of a bigger, darker diamond. Inside of a white diamond. But this one doesn't have that. It's only got this. But we still have that part. I don't think it's obvious. I mean, this could be the purple. Nah, it's not really obvious either way. Okay. What about if we make these little bits this color? You into that at all, or nah? I don't like that this color is separate from that color. BC goes away. I love this. I don't like this. Unless we did something like this, which, I mean, we haven't got that to that point yet, but... What the frick? You know, we could do that. I don't like that. I think the flat color's better. And I think that flat color needs to be white. And I think it needs to be 2 white things. I don't think we can... Unless we literally give... It could be purple. Hang on. There's one other way we do it. It could be purple if this has like another one next to it that's this color. Then it kind of works. But I think it's less evident what it is. Hey, Thaxuya. Welcome. I think the direction is better like that. So let's do it. Let's just proceed with that. I'll keep C around just in case. So these are the bad ideas. See you later. I think this... I fear means nothing. Oh, that does scale with the thing. Okay. I don't know. Is there any way to get to 0 zoom? Hey, Ryanart, welcome. Thanks for the raid. What's good? How's your stream? I just need to know what size that is, but in any case, let's go ahead and start doing the this little guy. Coding a bit. Sweet. And then, is there anything about this that I would want to change? I mean, we could make this like that, if the yellow is a bit too much. Insignia is coming along. I'm kind of I'm pausing a little bit to make a strategic move, but, and so I'm working on a tool at the moment. But other than that, yeah, everything's going well. Money is definitely a consideration at the moment. I think the yellow, the problem I have with the yellow lightning bolt is it looks like actual electricity. Whereas before, as a white lightning bolt, it says event to me, but it doesn't say event once it's yellow. Yeah, I got to pay them bills. That's it. We could do this dark, this white. That could be nicer. Thoughts? The color, I think, It's nice. It just makes me think this is like an electrical storm. I don't know. So the alternative for this was take this, flip that, take this, do that. I'm kind of still drawn to yellow. The other option could be we just take this and we make it gray. Oh, no. We take this and we make it this color. And we make this that color. Or there's an even lighter color, I'm sure. Which is somewhere. This color. I think that with the black might work. Maybe even lighter, man. I like that almost the least, to be honest. I could do that, but I don't think I will. I think either this one's actually standing out to me quite well. None of these really, except maybe this one. Not these two. And then... I mean, we could do something funky with the lightning bolt inside of the thing to make it look more... like it takes more of the design. Takes up more of the design. Like we could do something like... Nah. I just think that like... I don't know, I'm guessing. Or maybe it doesn't do shaders. Maybe I just assumed that it could. Okay. Anyway, let's make a run for it. All right. So when I have, how do I want this to look? I got this. I grab this. I drag it to here. First thing I want to do is make sure that that the end point is going to the right spot. So let's go to scene graph, event connection view. And let's go end point. And then I guess what we need to do is constantly reassign where endpoint is based on this. And if I move this, actually that works really friggin' well. So I think what we need to do is maybe just check to see what we're currently doing to align the endpoint to. So right now, endpoint is just where your mouse is. So we go endpoint equals. There is a place where this gets set. I'm sure of it. Start point equals, mid equals. Why is there no endpoint equals? Oh, the larger one has 9 references. Drag endpoint. Endpoint equals parent, world to local, center plus the offset. So we don't have these set to be overridden. Do you think that we should allow this, Elzak? So instead of having these be, wait, we do have virtual. Wait, hang on a second. Event connection view, refresh. Oh, it literally has it right here. We're already overriding it. So end point equals get endpoint. maybe we can just assign it. So, like, when we draw the thing, we're kind of just drawing the start point instead of drawing start. I'd prefer not to do that. I prefer to set the start point and set the end point. So I could say like, start point equals that, and then just say start point. That would be the better way to do this, right? Because then we're not doing any logic here. We're just drawing the stuff. And so it's here we need to do this. So then here, I wonder if we could generalize this to go back the other way. Or we just let GPT do its thing and then that's it. Yeah, we could just do that. It's not amazing. Why is it getting all weird on me? That is bad. It like crosses over. Maybe the closer it gets, it needs to like actually get. Oh. That's not great. This is good though. I mean, it's like correct. It's just not, it needs to kind of play a little nicer. Right now, these triangles are drawing based on, I guess we're not drawing diamond every frame because we're not drawing every frame. So we would need to how do we do this? I guess, oh, I see. The connections, wait, they do scale. Wait, and the diamonds also scale. What? Okay, well that shouldn't happen. I guess the diamonds just need to have a set size rather than doing that. So we could just say 14 at that point. And then they just get bigger or smaller based on whatever you do. So then it's like, okay, well like 20 then is what we pick. And then that's just what it is. Yeah, I think that's better. Maybe we call it like, yeah. Maybe 22. And then at that point, like, I don't think we need. Yes. Like at this point, because I kind of want these to be the same as like as if they could fit inside of one of these, you know, that would be the goal. And then this offset and this padding is in world to local space, but maybe that should also be in just world space. So first thing we got to do is figure out, okay, how do we resolve this? Because I want this to be one function whose name is like so there's like so let's start with this and paste this here. And then we just say if node is null, and that's, I mean, probably shouldn't even bother with that. Destination is endpoint in this context, yes. Yeah, like that. Oh, if I parameterize this correctly, modularize it so that's one function that handles both sides depending on which side you give it. Oh, baby, I'll be happy. But almost, I don't know why we're going all the way to there. Did I do it right? Get start outside of origin, get point outside of node. We're both saying get point outside node, right? The problem here is that start and end point are not what I want. It's like, it's actually just why did that do nothing? See ya, Hamza. Have I still got something hard-coded here? No. Ah. That's why. Okay, better. So previously this was get start outside origin. So what I would do is I would say I have a start point and this is always about, I'm dragging from the start. So I'm getting the start point when I do this. And this is always the destination. This is where I'm headed. Yeah. So the destination when I'm doing this, here is the target node. And the origin node is where I'm coming from. Cool. And then this is the center. So it's actually like, ooh, what's parent? Parent is the parent node, I guess. This isn't going to work when we're dragging. Oops. Nope. Oh. I mean, actually, I could just say if not dragging. Because if it is... No, actually, no. I need to do that. Dude, I was so close. How did we get back here? 4 hours later. Target node. No, the start point does need to be this, but this needs to be end point. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Good. That's a good start. And then when we release, then we're screwed. But, oh, endpoint is already getting rewritten every frame anyway. So I could just kind of lie. Oh, hang on. That too. So weird. How can this be wrong? I'm not even really sure. I'm just doing the same thing in reverse. Like, and yet it gives me the exact center every time. I will bring up the Jeopardy in a sec. Oh, I think maybe once we start dragging, these don't get updated anymore by the base dot refresh, maybe? Start point. No. Endpoint. Oh, but once we get target node, it's a different thing. It's a different variable once we stop dragging. But you would think it's just the world bound on the target node, right? So like, all right, let's ask Jeopardy. Okay. You may read. Start point equals get point outside node endpoint origin node. The scenes are very slightly transparent, correct? By about, they're at like 96%, so that they don't overlap. I mean, so that they don't obscure the line. Like, you still want to be able to trace it, but not so much that it like is completely over the top, because then you just get lines everywhere. So it needs to be like behind the node, but poked in here. I'm happy with the compromise we made. The code switches from the dragging path to normal refresh path on mouse up. While you drag, refresh enters if dragging and replaces the base endpoints with your custom edge intersection points. On release, pointer up calls end drag, which at first sets dragging to false, and then connect target. Hang on. Once these are connected this way, it doesn't fix if I drag it around. Which sets dragging equals false, and then connect target calls refresh again. At that point, base.refresh runs and sets start point and end point to the node centers, and your override doesn't replace them because the only non-drag branch is if target node equals null. In connection view, the post drag branch never runs for a valid connection because target node equals null is false. Whoops. You could have just said that. You could have just said that I did the thing wrong. You didn't have to give me all that text, dude. You could have just told me. You jerk. You could have just told me my exclamation mark was wrong. You didn't have to give me an essay about it. Okay, so the problem here is that these values, once you get close enough, start to overlap each other, which doesn't make sense. I mean, maybe it does. Maybe it does make sense. I mean, what else would you do here? In this instance, what would you want that to look like? I've no idea. Like inside of the nodes? Probably not. I have no idea. I guess my concern is that some people might want, this is my big concern, some people might want their levels to be quite close together, like that. And at that point, this doesn't really work anymore. It's just sort of like, maybe we just don't show the text if the gap is too small. Like everything about it's great. I'm a little concerned about this moment here. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. It did not look that stable when I was back here. I guess it's that. That's no good. Oh, it's that this drag, the offset is in local bounds, but it needs to be in world bounds. Okay. So this can now go away. Thank you very much. And then it's 20F, but center, min-max, world to local. I think we just take this and we put it there. We take this, we put it there. Is that going to give me what I want? Yes, it does. Ta-da! Okay. That's what I want. Maybe 22. Cool. Okay, so now we just want to make this thing look like what it needs to look like. So let's commit this because we did a good job. Okay. So, it's this guy. This is an event connection view. Label. One alternative to this, which I didn't really think about, is if we keep this white, take this shape, do this to it, and then invert this. So that it's like that. But then the background of this shape, the fill, would need to be like maybe this color or something. Which is, I mean, not bad. Maybe we don't even do the stroke. It's kind of nicer with the white, I think. It feels like one solid thing. Okay. So then it's the way we achieve this in USS is we're going to need, I think it's going to be like this. You get this guy, you get this guy, and then you draw this guy between them. That's just how you do that. And that way we can say, well, the text goes inside of, you know, inside of this centered, and then this part or whatever, we just put, you know, there. So if we build it out that way, I think we win. I don't think there's a way of like making the corners do what we want otherwise. My only other concern is that once we round this, it becomes an issue. So we need to like scale it up, which sucks. I mean, we could ask. Actually, we could do this. Yeah, but it's not web. This is C#. Like, I can't do React. It's inside of a Unity engine. It's not even really CSS. It's like USS. Wait, oh, it's doing this? It's like drawing the line. Interesting. Can it round this? It's kind of cool. How does it know how wide to make it? Oh, resolved style. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's kind of cool. So it like draws it as a rectangle and then updates it, draws over it with the little thing. That's kind of cool. Let's try that. I hate that it doesn't know when it starts to do this. So this is runtime stuff. Hang on a second. Can I say using UI toolkit? Is it Unity engine dot? Oh, that gets us a lot closer. Using Unity engine gets us all the way to the end. Cool. So then we have this event badge element. And then keep the midpoint in it as an absolute positioned element. You already do this in event connection view. Replace the plain label with a custom visual element. So when we go event connection view, we have label. And instead we want to call this event connection label, event badge element. Why don't we rename this event label? I guess event badge element's fine. Does it have a thing called .text? Wait a second. Dude, is that really supposed to live there? Why did I do that? That was silly. No, it's not runtime, it's editor. I'm taking this all with me. It is editor, and it's editor. I guess we could make a new, it's a visual element, but it's not graph elements. So I guess we could just go editor and go. Whoa. Okay. So then in here, instead of label, whoa. Nice. You're pogging. Wait a second. Wait a second. What does that exclamation mark mean in this context? I've never seen that before. What does that mean? It means... Oh, okay. Okay. Let's just do that then. I mean, it did change. To your credit. Whoa, it did it. That's crazy. Wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. Oh! Actually did it. That's insane. It one-shot it. Unity text element, Unity label. Event connection midpoint. Hello. I can. One sec. One sec, chat. We're back. All right. Let's blitz, chat. We got to move. We got to go. That's what we want. What was the style called? It was over here. Hang on. Event connection midpoint. We don't have such a thing as theme black. We could just call it that and then go find theme white. We don't have that many of them. Okay, still no good. I'm assuming that we need to attach to the label its own style. Are styles not inherited? Isn't that how that's supposed to work? And I wish I knew what these codes meant. What does 22 mean, you know? So that's what we want to see. But I guess we'll just do label. And then go to this and then say label dot add to class list event connection midpoint label. And then it's very funny. We didn't get there. Wait, there it is. Event connection midpoint label. Maybe we have to say specifically label. Dude, event connection midpoint label. Event connection midpoint label. How much clearer do I have to be? How can that not be the exact style that I'm looking at? I mean, that's literally what it is. I could remove the Unity label class. Okay, that did it. Yeah, that's the right font. Now, the only thing is I think it's drawing from the left across. I don't think it's drawing centered. much my only concern about this. Because if I go do, and then do, if I make this like, look at how it goes that way. I need to then move it back. I'd move the label to the start. Yeah, but the thing is, it's not that clear. We're not there yet. Don't worry about it. But it's not that clear which direction the arrow is in, especially when you do like this. Oh, you mean putting it like here? Maybe, but then if like, we don't always have like, well, maybe. Like in this instance, it might be harder to tell. I think we might, I don't know. I'll play with it. I did start with that idea though. Yeah, that was where I literally was at the beginning, which I deleted. But yeah, I had it like, kind of like that. It's not bad. I'm not against that. If I got the space for it. In event connection view, that's not good. I think this is like, I think it's not actually the problem of the view. I think it's that it's not updating when we press enter here. I think it is centered, but I have to move it to recenter it. Yeah. Maybe we can assign that midpoint, the label position on generate visual content. For when we rename. Oh, that's state management. Hang on. No. What did I call this thing? Oh, it is midpoint. Can I maybe do some sort of like... Do I need this? We need the painter to do that. But hang on, where does the label get repositioned? Where does like left get assigned? I'm a bit confused. Midpoint.style left. We are already doing that here. It's right here on refresh. So actually, instead of doing this, we say literally refresh. Nice, first try. Nope. Okay. Not first try. But this is just, I don't see how this is relevant. Nothing here happens. Nah, refresh if necessary it is doing something. It's not just well, it shouldn't return a bool and also do something. I think this should be like should refresh, and then this should do this, and then this should be in there, and then this is just literally that. Like that. Hey, Tesla. Nope. I don't know. I don't know what to do here. It'll snap straight on if I do that. And if I take this away, it won't do it. So it literally is this. Oh. So it's literally the... What the heck? Is it like a redraw? Oh, mark dirty repaint. Hang on. What? No. Oh, this is on Inspector GUI. Does that even happen? Okay, it's definitely happening, and it's happening all the time. I mean, sort of. It's just not right. Yay! No! I didn't get it right. Until I move it. Why is that? Hey, kaputs. Oh, it's only when you move it. So hang on a second. This refresh happens when we do this, which happens if it's not null, else if we're dragging, else return mark dirty repaint. I think, honestly, I think the mark dirty repaint did need to be where we had it, but I'm not sure why. That doesn't do that. Until after. Yeah, so it does do that. I mean, we could force it to repaint more often. I feel like, I don't know. No. We could do it on like, hang on a second. If I go like da 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 and then click outside of here. So we could do it on is it like an on key event? Hey, Lathe. I'm doing well. Still no good. Oh, hang on, I need to recompile that. I'm actually, I'm doing like surprisingly good. I shouldn't be doing good because I'm very tired. I only got like a few hours sleep last night. But, you know, that's life. Hang on. But, you know, emotionally, I feel okay. So, we take this, we go bub it up, and I go boom. Oh, cool. Midpoint clicked. Midpoint clicked. That's the geometry changed. Yeah. And then refresh happens there. Wait, it is doing it. Da-da-da-da. Click. But click. But that's still not enough. Yeah, we get this. But do we get this? Yes. I think for some reason it's just not like there's just no way. For some reason it hasn't calculated it yet. Until we start dragging, it doesn't matter what we do. It just won't do it. Can I force it by like double pumping it? Just being like, do it and then do it again immediately after. Nope. What the hell needs to happen to make this work? It's actually, do you know what? I think we need to recalculate the midpoint, which we do here. But I think we need to do it like again. We're doing it so many times. But I don't know, I don't understand. I mean, potentially as like a last ditch resort, maybe we could do something like that. But I would do that right at the end if I had to. Yeah, so weird. Like I can get a callback from when I change the thing and I can make it do all the things and it still won't do it. And then, and I mean, why would it? Like left and top. I don't understand even what it is about it currently that is positioning it correctly anyway. Is it like if I look at this, like everything's correct, nothing's overflowing. The view itself has a padding of 0. Is it the position of the view? I guess it would be, right? I don't know. I'm not going to keep... Whoop. I'm not going to keep doing it. I'm not just going to keep spamming the update because it's clearly not what's happening. I just don't trust this, but okay. Yeah. I'm making a map tool for Unity games. So you make your levels and then you can see all the levels and navigate to them by double clicking the nodes and stuff like that. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. So maybe we take this and we take it away? Is it the translate that's doing something weird? Hey. Please. Hey. Hey. We're good. Okay, we got there eventually. Cool. Well, that's much better. Hell yeah. Okay. So, the thing about this, it's a bit awkward relative to our design that we came up with, is that our design does not account for what happens when they're vertically stacked. We can do one of two things. That doesn't really tell me anything, does it? It works a whole lot better here than there. It just doesn't work at all this way. The alternative is we could try to do this. So we pick an angle. Which, I mean, could be okay. Maybe we just have to literally ditch the diamonds altogether. Like, this would be much better if it was... something closer to that. I don't know. The horizontal was so promising. Alternatively, we literally just do this. The diamond looks futuristic. Yeah, but that doesn't help me. Maybe we could even... I don't think we can do, like, anything less than that. We could maybe do a diamond on this side only. Maybe that is what we do. So, like, diamond on one side, arrow on the other. That makes it, like, less ambiguous. How about that? You down with that? Maybe we could get it looking kind of more like... That's so much more straightforward, right? That's like obviously what it needs to be. And you could probably even simplify one step further and just remove this one. At that point, we're just back at square one. You know, maybe we do a little bit of this. Yeah, same at that point. Is it okay with you if I post fan art giving you credit, of course, on Instagram? Yeah, you could do fan art. So the idea here is that it's literally this. Yeah, maybe. All right. What's a fart ant? Whoa, I wasn't even expecting that. Cool. That's actually really cool. But I want it to not be filled. Can I do that? Not you. What do you think? We could do a tiny diamond inside of that. But it would need to be rotated. And then like, yeah. I mean, we could probably choose for it to look like it was going up, but I don't think that's going to be easy to do. Unless we can rotate the diamond. Almost. Yes. Correct. There we go. And then this arrow, I think this just needs to be 1 now. Because it needs to be as wide as the, yeah, buddy. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Damn. You believe that, right? Now you're, I feel like, you know, there's a point. My wife has this analogy that she makes. She talks about like when you're watching stand-up comedy and the comedian's like bombing a little bit, you don't feel safe. Like their presence doesn't make you feel like you can be comfortable because they don't have control over the stage or the crowd enough. So it's like you don't feel safe. And she says that about actors, that kind of thing. I feel like UI is the same. When a UI is like doing everything right, well, that doesn't look very good. Look at that, it's a bit jittery. When a UI is like flawless, you feel safe. You feel like it's indestructible. And it's like, if I write a name here and I did blah, 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 that's going to be okay. That's going to be reliable in my game because it's not like flickering or jittery or like awkward, or it's like correct. It's like, it's like engineered properly. You know, the UI is strong. So I know that's going to work. And if something breaks, I'm not going to doubt whether or not it's my tool that's screwing up or some code I wrote. That is so valuable, that feeling, that like, that's why I tweak this for like 2 hours, because I need you to be able to look at it and go, that's exactly what this is. And there's nothing I can do to break it. It's perfect. On level end. Okay, so when I beat this level, I go there. Done. It's not even a question at that point. Okay, So, and maybe we could do the purple edge at the end of this guy now. But for now, the next thing I want to do, what's next? I did want to update this. What do you think about this inspector? I mean, I should be able to go back as well, right? We need some stacking management as well. That's a bit of a problem. They need like an offset based on the number of connections between the two. That's not amazing that this is stuck behind there. I guess you'd want that to be like somewhere along the line from here to here, the latest point on the line that's not obscured by a node. That's going to suck. That would suck. I don't know how we would solve that. I think we just have to deal with it at this point. Unless we made sure to just put these exactly where the start is. That was the other suggestion instead of the midpoint. Because we know that they're going to have a little bit of space at least. But then the problem becomes if they're two nodes that are right in line with each other. I mean, you also have that same problem of like, what about that? You know? I guess they shouldn't be right next to each other. So if anything, that's probably the least bad thing that could happen. So what was the problem? I had something like this. Right. I mean, you could edit it and put it back. Probably not amazing. It's tough. That's a really tough one. You could check along the line if there's another node whose bounds occupy that. That's kind of what we're already talking about. It shouldn't render through this scene. No, I'm saying I want to be able to read this label when I'm just checking. We might need one of those redirect nodes. A way to like click and then put it over here or something like that so that it's like at an angle. Or it could be that this, wherever your mouse is, if you mouse over the edge, the label just appears there. That could be it. That could be our way to do it. So you just hover and you see on level end. That's got to be it, right? Fix a small gap on hover between bar and element. Yep. Refresh on selection. Yep. Yep. No. No. Yep. No. Spring back. I don't know about that. But yeah, I know what you mean. You mean you want to be able to like take this line and create a point and then pull that point across so the line goes doot, doot. It could be cool. We don't, it's a bit of a there's a bit of work involved in doing that. And I don't know if I want to go like dirt, you know? So, this is a visual element. Can visual elements be hovered? Yes. Wait, there is an on point to move. It's already there. Connection view base, on point and move. How would it know? What exactly could that even be? Where is the on point and move being pulled from? On point and move on what? Oh, it gets unregistered. Huh. Which means I did something wrong just now. Games, no one said games was easy. Games is hard, bro. Okay, that's good. And that's good. Still not getting a hover event. What the hell is this thing called? Adam. Still nothing. It is doing it. It is doing it. I just had it logged as a warning. Yeah, the problem is there's nothing to hover unless we're here. This is the thing that's being hovered. That is the whole thing. So we would need to... Oh, you can just do that? For real? Dude, that friggin' works. That works. That does work until we get to sort of there, and then it doesn't. Okay, well, let's figure it out. I see. Well, oh, so interesting. No. Can I like... What sets show hover hitbox to true? It just is true. Ugh, it doesn't know what I'm talking about. You shush. Okay. Well, let's do a simpler one and see if we can make that work. It's literally stopping right here. This one. Only works in a weird small boundary. Oh, it's literally on the event, but not along the line. This works. I think it's just not quite right. I think we need the absolute value of something here. We're already getting the magnitude. I think right. Okay. I understand. Good. Nothing. I hope you're ready for nothing. So this on event, it feels like that's just where the start is and it just doesn't know the rest. And if like the distance is 5, 1, 2, 3, and now it's getting further away, further away, further away, further away. Distance is 2, 1, 1, nothing. And then there's nothing along here that works. So A and B have to be the start point and the end point, unless I'm literally not setting the start point and the end point correctly. If I do this, that doesn't update. And when I draw this in event connection view, endpoint equals, I'm always doing that. And I'm always drawing a line from the start point to the end point. So there's no real excuse there for that to be wrong. You know, hypothetically, we could swap these. I don't know if that would make a difference. It ought not to, but if it does, we have an idea about a negative number being the issue. I wonder if this will start working now. Nope. Yes. Let's confirm it just in case. We'll recompile. Wow. What the hell, man? Where does this come from? Okay, it's just visual element dot contains point. So it's literally everything is going to get polled here. What if we were just to say returns true for connections? This should probably just give us a lot of different hovering. Okay, maybe not. Duplicate the line and flip it. You put thing down, flip it, and reverse it. I'm just not sure what's happening. If I go to like somewhere else in the game, does this work? Because this is also a connection base and we're also overriding this. So actually, if we go like here, does this get do we get anything here? Actually nothing. I hope you're ready for nothing. But this we get. Do we not set endpoint or start point? If we go like connection view. Yeah, of course we do. Of course we have start point and end point. So wait a second. So why does it only work specifically? What? Why does this only work specifically for the event connections? Unless they have a different override for contains point. Nope. We needed to check. We haven't checked any south-facing ones. Only for the top half, I should say. Hey, Charles. How's it going? Yeah, slow progress. Slow but steady. A fancy line, yes. We do have fancy lines. No. Untangling the spaghetti. That's pretty funny. Yes, it could be that that these connection views don't actually have the check in them. Like there is no way for it to check. Okay, we'll try that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think it's actually within this rectangle, north of this, it will work. But not south. So if I was to swap these around so that it was more like this, now this would work, but not this. Hey, thank you so much, Seb. What's up, Mr. D-Boy? We have more problems. These ones are fun problems, but they're to do with internal stuff that I can't explain yet. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool, Durist. Picking is gated by element bounds before contains point. It's used region. It's pick bounds region, then use connection view contains point. If the connection element's effective bounds are only around the midpoint, you only ever test there. Oh. In contains point, convert local point into the same space as start endpoint before distance for the contains space. For connection view, optionally, override contains point to test the actual multi-segment path, not the only straight. No, I'm... Okay. So the effective bounds are currently 0, 0 to the midpoint, since that's the only child. How can I extend that effective boundary to include the to be instead from the start to the end point? Actually, you know how we can test this another way? If I take these guys and bring them all the way up here, I should observe the inverse happening. So it should be the bottom left. Ready? I was right. Yep, it's bottom left. Okay. You guys want an explanation of what the hell is happening? I'm sitting here, right? I've got bound box with an arrow to another bound box, okay? And I'm noticing there's like a label here that I'm trying to get the distance from this line, okay? And it's only working. I'm like, okay, this is the connection view. The connection view is only returning a correct distance if my mouse is like here. It's only returning a correct distance when the mouse is in the top half of this line. Like if I check here, it's fine. Check here, it's fine. Check here, it's fine. As soon as we go past this guy, the label, nothing. You get nothing. Doesn't matter how close you are or far you are. And I was like, why is it only checking the top half? Is it doing some like it needs to be a number greater than 0, and these numbers are all plus and these numbers are all negative relative to the midpoint. So it's like missing the negative numbers because the distance is like negative. No, what's happening is that where we are in the grid, this, let's say, is 0, 0. When I add this little element to the connection, so first of all, the points on the connection are not real graph elements. They're not hoverable. They're just like imaginary drawing points. This is the only hoverable thing, which means that when I set up a connection view, the bounding box it's checking to determine whether this is being hovered or not starts all the way up here at 0, 0 and goes all the way precisely to that bounding box. That's the only area it's checking to know if I can hover this line and return true. Because it's doing some like fake, it's like saying, well, there's nothing out here, so why would I check there? Like, I'm not even gonna bother. And then when I moved this all the way up here, that same bounding box now looks like this. So now if I check a line that's like this, it'll only check inside of this range. If this line was like, you know, between these two boxes, if that was this line, now it only checks here because it's going, well, from 0, 0 to the very, very corner of what we could be possibly hovering. That's the only two things that there are. So I'm not going to check out in infinity space for something that's not going to be there. That's what I just figured out. So that's really annoying. In UI Toolkit, parent picking is effectively constrained by the layout geometry. Correct. Right now, your connection element has no explicit layout rect, so its practical pickable area gets anchored by that. Recommended. Give each connection a dynamic layout rect spanning. Where to do it? Here. Internal virtual void layout. Refresh. Local start point. What? This is inside of refresh, and it has this start point, end point, style left equals, what the heck? But I'm confused. Computer padded AABB start point endpoint. Set style left, style top, style width, style height to that AABB. Oh, I see. The style that we're talking about is the connection view base. It's the whole thing. I see. What?
Deal? The winner gets to share a pout with Kyrie. Wait a minute.
Mm. Everywhere that I do that? I don't like that. I don't think that's good. This is just regular Copilot. Yeah, it's Copilot. I don't think I want to do this change. This is ugly. I hate it. Okay. Well, actually, it's not that many places. Okay, I was just getting a little overexcited. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, I mean, let's see it. Hey. And did our hover get fixed? Let's first... Is this the only thing I did? No. I still want to know if it's hovering. Good. 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 Yay. Hey, that's pretty good. Yeah, buddy, that's great. Okay, cool. Yes, let's go. Whew. Okay, that's actually a really decent change. That gets us so much closer. So, hey Aya. Yeah, doing pretty well. Nothing yet. I think we need to specifically register a callback. Yeah. Please. Yes. Very good. Okay. Can we... I don't think that's what that means. Okay. No, but we can try it. It does do it, but it won't... I don't think it's going to actually do it. Too many places where it updates this. Well, what we could do is... we could not do it anywhere else. Let's just for a second. No. Nice. Although that's really, really big though. Cool. So now it needs to be the point on the segment that is closest to Is that what I'm currently doing? No. It needs to be like... Hey. That's what I want. What do you think of that? Is that weird? Should they just always be moving towards the closest point, not even on hover, just in general? It's kind of useful if I'm here and I'm like, what is that? Oh, it's on event. It doesn't feel quite right. It feels like it should sort of like zip back to where it came from. Clamp within screen's good. No, the reason why we're even doing this is because of this. This was happening, right? It's like, oh, I can't read that. What is that? Oh, that's what it is. That was the original reason why I was doing this. Because hovering the line when I can't see, it feels like it makes sense. But maybe it could just be centered by default. Yeah. Like closest to the middle of the view. Yeah. I don't think that's right. That's not going to be it. No. I would need to bring the view in or something like that. In any case, let's just commit this in a branch or something for where we are. We can review it later. Okay, cool. I think I'm done for the day. It does need to be, I think the view was a good call. The idea that like, well, if I zoom in or out, maybe it should change then. It's not very powerful, but if I make it so that it always stays in the view, I can always just move my view to where I want it to be and it'll just be there. Like, for example, it clamps, rather than going all the way to the edge, it clamps to the top of the screen, from the top of the screen to the bottom of the screen, or to the node points. So this on event, if I drag down to here, it'll be here. If I go over here, it'll just be there. They're just always as close to the center of the screen as they can be. That, I like that quite a lot. That's pretty good. Why not just on select show on top always? On top of this? Like if I grab this and I drag it over here, you want me to be able to click this to show this? It's not even that like I want to click it. Like I might not want to click it at all. I just want sorry. Whoops. Like I don't necessarily want to have to interact with it to do that. It's sort of a passive thing of just like, I just want to see what that is. Yeah, it's just in the way and it's like, it's just not quite right where it is. And if it's moving, that's fine. If it's like, oh, I just need to move over here to see it correctly, that's not a big deal. It's only in this scenario where it's like, it's just kind of in the way and I don't want to have to move this to make that look nice. Most of the time when people are doing this kind of thing, I imagine that they'll be going like ding, ding, ding. That's so freaking cool that we just did that, by the way. We've never been able to do that. That's never been a thing. Yeah. That's so intuitive, that little thing. And then you just go here and say what event you want. That's powerful. That's good stuff. Oh, look at that. It's just like if you happen to put stuff in between other stuff, it gets a bit awkward. But like, yeah, that I could imagine. Most of the time, I think people will want to do this kind of thing. I just need a delete key. I want delete to get rid of them as well. And I need a selection. So let's go do that. I need Okay. So obviously you can still do this. Just as easily. But you can go like, I want to go here when you walk through that door, here when you walk through that door, but if you die, you go to this room. Amazing. I wish I was starting Insignia so that I could use the tools more than I currently need to. It's very good. It's getting really, really fun to use. Okay, I gotta go. It's starting to be what I think is worth the price that I need to be able to charge for it. You know, I think it's starting to get into like, oh yeah, this is probably worth $40 territory. She's French, right? We do that a little too often. I think we always need to stick to, not always, but we should stick to English. L'artisan mortier. Lots of French people tonight. Français, Unity. English. Cool. Thanks, everybody. Thank you for checking out the stream today. It was a pleasure. You should check out Insignia and then wishlist it on Steam if you haven't already. And we'll have a page, a web page up, and hopefully a store page listing for Scene Map very soon. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. I had a lot of fun. Hope you did too. I will catch you all on Monday. As always, I've been Adam. You've been the Pixel Pals. This has been the Indie Tales Game Dev live stream. Until next time.